I don't know anything what he did in Egypt. I'm actually learning something.
Why
would he even go to Egypt? I feel like I don't know anything. And I would think he only goes to Egypt for prestige. Like, I'm in Egypt.
A massive French invasion force sails across the Mediterranean.
Like, aren't you busy in Europe, man?
55,000 men aboard more than 300 ships.
Actually true, it's just like, why not?
13 ships of the line.
Wow.
Aboard the most powerful of these, the 100...
Can you guys explain to me what that always means? Ship of the line, what does that mean? It's like a word for a battleship or something, or what? I saw a video off stream about the battle, the naval battle, and this ship, the Lorient, was one of the craziest ships ever built, man. And then something happens to it. I'm not gonna spoil, but very crazy history, that ship.
20-gun Lorient sails General Napoleon Bonaparte.
It means ship big enough to be in the line of battle. I don't know.
France's celebrated hero of the war in Italy has received new orders from his government.
Go to Egypt.
He is to lead an expeditionary force east to Egypt, the wealthiest province of the Ottoman Empire, and to all educated Europeans, an ancient land of mystery and
how crazy it must be to see the pyramids, man.
wonder. After 6 years of war in Europe, the French Republic faces one last remaining enemy: Great Britain.
Oh, they had time to go because the Europeans were kind of chilling. There was no big war.
The conquest of Egypt will strike a powerful blow against the British, disrupting their trade in the eastern Mediterranean and threatening their connections to India and the East.
Just take... Wait, the Suez Channel already existed? Nah, didn't. Just take Gibraltar. You can save all this time. Just take Gibraltar, somehow.
These profitable trade networks help fuel the British war effort. What's more, it will extend France's revolutionary, civilizing mission to the people of Egypt, liberating them from superstition and feudalism. France's corrupt and avaricious government, the Directory, sees two further benefits from the campaign: the opportunity to acquire tremendous riches, and
so later, I think what is always great about this content is that I know nothing about this, so it's like for you, oh, Tommy's gonna learn about it. Soon Napoleon is gonna fuck these guys over and be the king, right? Santissima Trinidad. It doesn't go into my brain how 1,000 people can be on an old ship. That does not enter my brain at all.
to get the alarmingly popular and ambitious General Bonaparte far away from Paris, where plots and coups are never far from anyone's mind. Napoleon is thrilled by the expedition, which he has done much to promote and organize himself. It is a chance to win fresh glory and to walk in the footsteps of his heroes, Julius Caesar and Alexander the Great. Like Alexander, Napoleon even has fanciful notions of marching on to India.
I would like to see the HMS Victory video down the line. We have to watch that,
to attack the British there. Europe is a molehill, he had told his secretary, Bourrienne. We must set off for the Orient. That is where all the greatest glory has been achieved. But the Mediterranean is dangerous water for the French. While the Republic's armies have won great victories on land, Britain has cemented its status as the dominant naval power of the age, with decisive victories over French allies, the Spanish at Cape St. Vincent,
HMS Victory still
at
exists.
Camperdown. Rear Admiral Sir Horatio Nelson and his squadron of 14 ships of the line now prowl the Mediterranean.
I always feel like, imagine what that must feel like. You're this young guy and you're joining the Navy and you're in the middle of the ocean on these ancient ships and you see the Grand Admiral and you look to the right and there's a ship and there are 14 ships just going. What that must feel like, man.
Nelson knows a large French fleet has just left Toulon, but does not know its destination, which remains a closely guarded secret. Undetected, the French expedition sails south along the Italian coast. On the 9th of June, it arrives off Malta. The island is ruled by the Knights of St. John, a religious military order dating back to the Crusades. But the French have decided that they want it for a naval base.
Go fuck you and your little order.
Thorn in the side of the British. In 1565, the Knights had famously held out against a vast Ottoman army for 3 months.
These fucking old pictures are so cool.
Now, despised by the locals, divided amongst themselves, the Knights surrender to Napoleon in just 2 days.
Every empire falls, man.
During his 6 days in Malta, Napoleon overhauls its archaic...
Dude, imagine you're Napoleon and you like go to Malta and you see these knights. And then you go into Egypt and you see the pyramids and you're like, fuck, man. What an odyssey.
Government
How crazy that must feel.
Establishes schools, abolishes slavery, and requisitions money and supplies. Then he sails for Egypt, leaving General Vaubois and a 5,000-strong garrison to hold the island. But where is the Royal Navy? Back in May, Nelson's squadron had been dispersed by gales. He has now regrouped, correctly guessed Napoleon's destination, and is racing to intercept. If he can catch the French, British seamanship and gunnery all but guarantee the destruction of Napoleon's fleet.
Imagine would have caught them, right?
Then,
and
a lucky break for the French.
they miss each other.
On the
or
night
some
of the
shit, huh?
22nd, Nelson's squadron passes within a few miles of the French fleet. But thanks to heavy fog and darkness, neither side is even aware of the other's presence. The British squadron sails on to Alexandria, where they find no sign of the French.
I genuinely think that tonight, when I'm going to bed, I'm gonna start watching Master and Commander again. I think that's a movie we all have to watch again soon, boys.
An exasperated Nelson waits 24 hours before heading north to continue his search. Just hours later, the first of Napoleon's ships arrive off Alexandria.
Dude, how lucky. Soldiers, you're about to undertake a conquest whose effects on civilization and trade are incalculable. We will make exhausting marches, we'll fight several battles, we'll succeed. And all of it. Dude, he always was like, hey, soldier, it's gonna fucking suck, but I need some glory. Okay? Shut the fuck up. Just fight for glory. What, you're an unhonorable swine? Come on, don't be a pussy. Just keep walking.
Napoleon, aware that
In my brain, Egypt is always desert, but it's actually super fertile
British
shit, man.
warships are in the area, wants to disembark as quickly as possible. 5,000 French infantry go ashore at night, storm Alexandria the next morning, and quickly overpower its garrison. The rest of the French army lands safely. Napoleon has brought 38,000 troops to Egypt.
Jesus,
mostly
why?
veterans of the Army of Italy. The 5 infantry divisions are commanded by Generals Bon.
You know what would be cool sometimes? Like a video game or a book or a movie of the viewpoint of a basic guy who slowly is like young and then he becomes old guard. Like not from Napoleon's stance, but like just a guy. And it's a movie about like anti-authoritarianism where it's like, Napoleon is such a hero, and then in the end he's like, ah man, so much pain and death, bro.
Desaix, Kleber, Menou, and Renier. The single cavalry division is led by the towering figure of Thomas Alexandre Dumas.
I feel like I heard that before in my life. Alexandre Dumas. I heard that before. No?
He is France's first black general, born in what's now Haiti
Wow.
to a French aristocrat
Dude, more advanced than 1900s, 2000s America, bro.
and enslaved African woman.
Ah, he's one of the... That's the father of a son who wrote the Three Musketeers. No, he wrote it. What is it? He wrote the Three Musketeers. This guy, his son did. What a fucking family. You're a general in Napoleon's army and your son writes the Three Musketeers. Holy shit.
He has already won
Also, the
fame
Count
for
of
his
Monte
actions
Cristo.
in Italy,
Wow.
where the Austrians had nicknamed him the Black Devil.
The Black Devil.
A Black Devil, we called him. Great guy. He's black, but he's winning a lot of battles in Iran for us.
There are more familiar faces from Italy. Napoleon's chief of staff, the indefatigable General Berthier. And brigade commander.
It feels to me like in this era, it's just everybody wants to find glory. So one day there's YouTube videos about them. That's like everyone's ambition.
Lannes and Marmont. The army is also accompanied by 167 scientists, scholars, artists, and assorted experts. Even a hot air balloonist. Collectively,
They're just literally
known as
our
the
farming.
savants, and have come to study Egypt's
6,
historical
7.
and natural wonders. But they and Napoleon fight.
But that's not how you make glory, right? If you're like, hi, so I'm the new leader of France, and I want to focus on education and economy. I don't want to do any wars, so I'm just gonna invent some insurances and stuff, right? And then no one makes a YouTube video about you. Your YouTube video will have 1,000 views, right? You fucking suck.
In Alexandria, a bitter
You gotta go out there and kill thousands of people, man. You're gonna get a cool YouTube video.
The city of antiquity, founded by Alexander himself, has been reduced by centuries of earthquakes and neglect to a ramshackle town of 6,000 inhabitants.
Wow, that's nothing. Napoleon actually
Egypt
did that?
is nominally ruled by the Ottoman Empire. In reality, power lies with local Mamluk warlords. Two in particular, Murad Bey and Ibrahim Bey.
The base.
Mamluks were originally slave soldiers who
The Bey
once
Harbor
served
warlord.
the Islamic Caliphate.
The music, man.
Superb
I want to eat some
horsemen
kebab.
and fearless warriors, they now rule Egypt with an iron fist, expropriating its wealth and leaving its peasants in poverty. To most Egyptians, they are despised foreign overlords, a situation that Napoleon hopes to exploit with clever propaganda. To the people of Egypt, he proclaims, "I am come to restore your rights and punish usurpers. I reverence God, His Prophet, and the Quran."
It's literally Donald.
I come here to Egypt. Allahu Akbar, everyone.
Meanwhile, Murad and Ibrahim summon Mamluk warlords to the Al-Azhar Mosque in Cairo. Here, they agree to gather an army to crush the invaders.
These guys are originally Kazakh steppe cavalry people, so they're good with horses.
Napoleon believes his best option
One guy
is to
even
strike
converted to
quickly.
Islam.
Less than a
That's
day
how it
after
began,
his
huh, guys?
troops finish landing, he begins his advance on Cairo.
This makes me really want to play like Victoria 3 or EU5, man.
But he misjudges the blistering climate and the barren, windswept
He
landscape.
probably didn't know, man. He didn't know what the desert is and what it feels like.
He forces the pace, even after his men run out of water and are consumed by thirst.
That wasn't very clever.
Hundreds collapse and die. A few kill themselves to escape the suffering.
That's not good.
Bedouin horsemen circle the French like vultures. Stragglers that fall into their hands are robbed, tortured, and killed.
Maybe probably ISIS beheading videos.
Even old comrades like Lannes and Murat are involved in heated conversations about Napoleon's decision-making. The army takes 4 days to cover the 45 miles to Damanhur.
He forgot the number one rule. Exactly. He forgot the number one rule.
Mercifully, they are able to rest, drink, and trade for food. It's not a moment too soon. News arrives that a large force of Mamluks under Murad Bey is approaching from the southeast. The French advance to meet them at Shubrahit on the banks of the Nile. As 4,000 Mamluk horsemen come into view, the French
If this would be a movie, they would call it woke since says black and Muslim generals.
marvel at their
Good thing
brightly
Candle isn't
coloured
here.
outfits, embellished with gold and jewels, and their many ornate weapons, including pistols, swords, daggers, and lances. Murad boasts that he will sever Frenchmen's heads like slicing watermelons in a field. But for all their bravado and panache, The Mamluks have neither the discipline nor tactics to face a trained modern
I was just
army.
saying.
When Napoleon forms his troops into giant squares, the Mamluk cavalry can only circle impotently, unable to break through the walls of French bayonets.
Tech 18 versus Tech 14. Low IQ Arabs? Come on, bro. Come on.
Call off their attack and retreat. They have suffered around 1,000 casualties. The French have scarcely lost a man. The victory is a much-needed morale boost for Napoleon's men after the hardships of the desert.
I will always be kind of pissed that I have to walk all the way back, man.
The Mamluks fall back to Mbaba, a small town on the banks of the Nile, across the river from Cairo. Here, within sight of Egypt's fabled pyramids, 9 miles to the south,
that must have been crazy.
The invader with their full.
This is like a fucking movie. They're fighting with the pyramids in the distance. It's like a movie. It's like you can't make this up.
Force.
Soldiers, 40 centuries history are looking down on you. That is actually crazy, man. These pyramids have been there for a long fucking time.
On the sweltering afternoon of the 21st of July, Napoleon's forces approach Mbaba. He has 25,000 men, organized into 5
I thought he came with 38,000.
giant divisional squares, with cavalry and baggage inside, and cannon at every corner. Murad, with characteristic boldness, has crossed to the west bank of the Nile, leaving Ibrahim behind. Their forces total many thousands, but sources disagree wildly on just how many. His elite Mamluk cavalry, 6,000 strong, are deployed between
what a
the small
sight that must have been, bro.
and the well-fortified town of Mbaba, which is garrisoned by a mix of Ottoman infantry and peasant militia. Napoleon's plan is simple: to drive through the enemy center and crush their right flank against the river. At 3:30 p.m., Desaix and Renier's divisions begin their advance. But as they move across the broken ground, their formation becomes disordered. Murad spots his chance and unleashes his cavalry. The Mamluks thunder forward at lightning speed. Desaix and Renier react just in time and close ranks. The French hold their fire until the last moment, then unleash a devastating volley. Horses and riders are sent tumbling. The survivors have no way to get to grips with the enemy.
Oh, the picture with the pyramids, wow.
Fire into their midst.
Crazy, man.
The Mamluks wheel back to regroup, but more charges meet the same result. Many Mamluks simply give up and flee the field.
It's funny how we're watching these videos, and in the beginning it's like, Napoleon is in trouble, it's looking bad, and I'm like, oh, he's fucked. Here, Napoleon looks amazing, he's crushing everyone, but then he gets fucked. It's like, it always is the counter of what you think is gonna happen.
Napoleon orders the divisions of Bon and Vial to move forward. Once more, the Mamluk cavalry charge. Once more, the wave of horsemen shatters on French musketry and bayonets. With the enemy cavalry...
This is what it looks like in Ridley Scott's movie. I never seen that movie.
Dear Josephine, I follow in the footsteps of Alexander the Great.
I've never seen
Caesar, as I have been sent to liberate Egypt.
Napoleon never got killed in all these years, man.
And the sights are wondrous. And the weather is
It's fucking terrible. Never watch this. Yeah, I heard. I'm not gonna watch it.
I've already conquered Italy, who surrendered without conflict. The Directories approved my plan for attacking England through their Eastern Empire.
Why is it bad though, chat?
But my achievement seems slight, as they keep us apart.
It portrays Napoleon as a depressive guy. That didn't happen. What? That's fucking terrible. What? That's fucking terrible. Why would Ridley Scott do that? Because it's an English director. Well, that's fucking stupid. That was it. Okay, wow. That looked ridiculous.
Broken. Bon and Vidal's men
That looked
pour
retarded.
into Mbaba.
These
It is a
pictures.
slaughter. Those who are not killed flee into the Nile, where hundreds drown. Murad Bey escapes with the remnants of his cavalry to Giza, from where he will withdraw to southern Egypt. Ibrahim Bey watches the calamity unfold across the river, then withdraws with his men back to Cairo. It is a crushing, one-sided victory that takes just 2 hours. The Mamluks suffer more than 5,000 casualties.
These pictures,
heavy
bro.
losses among their elite cavalry.
I remember when I was in the legendary Louvre, in Paris. They have hundreds of these pictures. I was too much. I was overwhelmed. After 20 pictures, like, okay, it's enough, Jesus. But the whole Louvre is full of these oil paintings, dude.
And leadership. French losses are less than 300.
How would Ridley Scott do that? Is he just a bit ooga booga now?
Decides this great victory will be known as the Battle of the Pyramids, just in sight to the south.
Wow.
On the 24th of July,
And you go there nowadays and it's just scammers everywhere trying to scam all the
Napoleon
tourists.
enters Cairo. Parts of the city are abandoned.
He's just
and
very,
in
very old
ashes
now, huh?
After being torched by the Mamluks in their frantic withdrawal. Napoleon observes it would be difficult to find a richer land and a more wretched, ignorant, and brutish people.
Roll in the racist comments, Twitch chat. Here it goes.
He already knew back then. Well, he was right. I'm speaking facts, bro.
Nonetheless, Cairo is the heart of Egypt, a city of 600,000 inhabitants, and is in French
600k back then, man.
hands. With the Mamluks scattered and
That's
on the
actually
run,
ridiculously insane.
Napoleon's dream of eastern conquest seems about to be realized.
Yeah, how is he losing this? He's doing great.
Just 8 days later, the dream is shattered.
Oh. Victory is not a name strong enough for such a scene. Horatio Nelson arrived. Oh, it's like a movie, bro. This is straight up a movie. Oh,
At
shit.
sea, Nelson and the British Mediterranean Squadron have not given up their hunt for the French fleet. Finally, on the afternoon of the 1st of August, Nelson finds the French sheltering in Aboukir Bay. With 14 ships of the line against 13, he decides
Yeah,
to
like a
attack
massive HBO
that
show
evening.
with big budget. Like a Napoleon Game of Thrones, man.
The
Bruh.
British win
Pearl
a
Harbor.
complete and stunning victory.
I saw one of these videos off stream and something really insane happens. That must have been a crazy sight. I'm not gonna spoil yet, but something really crazy happens.
The giant French flagship L'Orient
There
is
you go.
destroyed in a massive explosion.
One of the biggest ship of this time, and the magazine burned. And they would all write in their diaries it was the biggest explosion they've ever seen. It was a huge explosion, man. There even is a picture of it. I even googled that picture. Like an oil painting. Yeah.
By the time it's over, the British have destroyed or captured 11 French ships of the line and taken more than 3,000 prisoners. With no fleet, Napoleon is stranded in Egypt. What's more, most of his army's cash has gone down with L'Orient. But Napoleon does not despair.
Bro, he never gives up,
If
man.
anything,
His story is really a lot about never giving up, man. Like, be a rabid dog that keeps coming.
he is
Bro,
invigorated by
auto-resolved.
the crisis. His options are now simple. He and his army
Well, you go through Turkey, Balkan, right?
must support themselves in this foreign land, or perish. While General Desaix is sent south in pursuit of Murad Bey, Napoleon sets about reforming the administration of Egypt.
He just lives there now.
The old feudal system is abolished.
You could probably, like, in a fucked up way, this is gonna sound fucked up, but you could interbreed with locals, and then in 20, 30 years, you have like this hybrid Egypt-French culture.
A postal service
That was a little bit
and
Vladimir
hospitals are
Putin-esque
set
of
up,
me.
and a new tax system introduced. Napoleon establishes the Institute of Egypt,
Like the current French
for
culture in real life?
scientific and scholarly research. He shows great interest in and respect for Islam, funding the construction of mosques,
Probably clever though to make the locals like you. If you fuck with their religion, man, you're in
encouraging the
trouble.
observance of religious festivals. Such engagement later leads to rumors that Napoleon actually converted to Islam. But it is merely a tactic to curry local favor. Napoleon
guy.
also grapples with news that his wife, Josephine, has resumed her affair with an ex-lover. It is, he's told, common knowledge amongst Paris society. He consoles himself with affairs of his own, including one with an officer's wife.
Okay. Lots of fucking going on.
All the while, French efforts to win over the local population are failing. Most Egyptians see only foreign occupiers and infidels. The situation is already at boiling point. Minor revolts break out across the Nile Delta, which are brutally
Or as they say in France, hon hon hon.
suppressed by the French.
Just prime.
Then in September, from Constantinople, Sultan Selim III declares a holy war against the French.
Shit.
Now,
It often feels, if I would ever be a warlord, I'd never go into Russia, never go into winter, fuck North Scandinavia, fuck North Africa. You stay in bumfuck easy Europe, man. You don't fucking
the
leave.
situation in Egypt is about to explode.
Let all those who believe that there is but one God take themselves to the Al-Azhar Mosque, for today is the day to fight the infidel. What a different world it will be if there was just like one religion, right? Like just one religion, man? But we will still find ways to kill each other. We will still not give a shit, man. We will still keep
Cairo,
going.
The 21st of October, 1798. General Dupuy, Cairo's military governor, is called out to break up a disturbance. He finds the locals erecting barricades, is set upon and killed.
Shit, man.
Soon the whole city is up in arms. The French fight back with ruthless discipline and crush the revolt. Some 300 French soldiers are killed, alongside several thousand Egyptians. Napoleon ostentatiously pardons the ringleaders,
What?
while quietly telling Berthier that every rioter caught with a weapon is to be beheaded and thrown into the Nile. The French have
The French kind of invented revolutions.
Cairo. But it is clear, Napoleon will never win the hearts and
Most viewed stream in ages. I'm just fucking watching videos, man. Most views in ages.
minds of the Egyptians. The next few months see the French languish in Cairo. There is limited communication with France, much homesickness, and a dwindling supply of stores, ammunition.
Can't they build ships or steal
and
ships?
wine.
You'll probably get fucked up by the British fleet.
There is also
Should have never
an
fucking
outbreak
gone there,
of
huh?
bubonic plague, which torments the army and further thins its ranks.
But he still survives all this. He
The
still
only
goes on
action
15 more
is in the
years.
south, where General Desaix's column, 2,800 men, pursue Murad
play Dota?
Bey deep into Upper Egypt. In this epic chase, one officer distinguishes himself. A 28-year-old cavalry brigadier named Louis Nicolas Davout.
We just fought him. We just fought him in Total War. You guys told me he's a legend. Davout.
On the 22nd of January 1799, he and Desaix inflict a serious defeat on Murad Bey, scattering his remaining forces. Murad himself escapes and remains at large. But such military victories do little to
Davout had
change
0
the
defeats in his
outlook
whole
for
life.
Napoleon's expedition. They remain 1,600 miles from France, with no prospect of reinforcements or getting home.
Isn't this the best moment for Prussia, Austria, and Russia to go in? Napoleon isn't home, man. Just go fuck up France.
Napoleon briefly
They're
puts
probably
his
still
hopes
recovering.
on a diplomatic solution. France's foreign minister, the brilliant, urbane and slippery Charles Maurice de Talleyrand, had been an
I
early
heard that
supporter
name
of
before.
the Egyptian expedition. He's assured
Breaking
Napoleon
truce is
that
minus
he
3
will
stability.
personally travel to Constantinople to smooth
Fuck,
relations
I want to
with
play
the Sultan
HOI4.
and win Egypt for France. But Talleyrand never leaves Paris. The Sultan remains furious.
In a time like this, what army would you like to serve? I think that's a dumb question. I think what we often do is, look, this is cool and all, I get it. But I think we should never forget this is all sort of suffering. People are dying and shit like that. People getting beheaded. It's not fun to be in these armies, I think. It's not as epic as you think it is. I think history paints it like that. So I'm not like, oh, I would love to serve it. Oh. I probably would be one of the Saxons that defects at the Battle of the Nations, man.
His attack on his Egyptian province.
You just woke, Tommy.
There is to be no negotiation and no compromise.
Says the guy who made a career of war games.
Orders have gone out to every corner of the Ottoman Empire to raise troops to drive out the French invader. Napoleon's position looks more desperate than it's ever been. His troops cut off, disease-ridden, in the midst of a hostile population.
Tommy always talks about deserting.
He will respond in the way
I
that
think I would have never been, I mean, now I'm older, when I was younger I would have been different. I would have had promise of authority. I would have never, I don't know, man, I'm probably just lying, but I would have probably often thought, man, is this guy really leading us into glory here? I'm kind of having a lot of sunburns and I'm shitting myself. What are we doing in Egypt?
seems obvious to him, as it would to his hero Alexander. He will
I can't wait though to show you guys the Battle of Nations. I saw the video already and it blew my mind. It was so sick. I have a lot of things I can tell you because it's right where I live, the battle was. I have a lot of trivia knowledge I can show you. Thank you.
The forces gathering
I will
in
talk to them
Syria,
very adultly.
rumored to be 50,000
And I hope my
strong,
internet works and
pose
all.
the
We have to
greatest
see.
threat.
I can't promise
So
anything.
they will
Thank
be
you,
his
Vada.
first target.
Thank you, boys. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
On the 10th of February, Napoleon
All you have to do is
leads a
scam
force
people.
of just 13,000
Thank you, Grünes Barett,
men
Amper
into the
Spitz.
Sinai
Thank you,
Desert,
boys.
bound for
Anyway, thank you for the subs. Honestly, thank you,
It's
thank you,
all
thank
the
you,
men
boys.
he can spare,
You guys deserve
with
this shit.
so many needed to hold down Egypt. Nevertheless, it's a
Yeah, and then they
highly
Google me and see me
motivated,
screaming at HOI4 like a
experienced,
moron.
and well-led force,
Thank you, guys.
organized into 4 infantry divisions and a cavalry brigade commanded by Murat.
Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren.
For Napoleon, speed and surprise are imperative, but things start to go wrong very quickly. The French are again poorly prepared for the harsh conditions and heat.
If you could
of the
see one
desert.
battle in history from an eagle's eyes perspective, what would it be? That is such a man question to ask. Women will never ask that, right? You are allowed to see one battle. I think you will be very shocked by all the death and suffering. It wouldn't be really epic. One battle. Wow.
Best time to sub again.
I really don't know. I feel like all this fucking Alexander the Great shit is crazy. Gaugamela, Alexander and stuff. I would like to see what the Battle of Thermopylae looked in real life. I think you will never want to see World War II battles. That's just depressing. Stalingrad, bro, you're just gonna fucking cry. Thank you, Fastler. Thank you for the subs, boys. You honestly fucking deserve that fucking museum stream. I'm gonna gently fucking try to stop being such a bitch. Hannibal at Cannae. I'm not that super, Agincourt. I'm not super educated. The Battle of Trafalgar must have been a crazy sight, man. That has been crazy. I feel like D-Day is not as epic as you think. I don't think it's that crazy epic. The bombing of Hiroshima. Yeah, I will probably choose the Battle of Thermopylae and see what really happened. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, boys. Thank you so much. The Hussar Charge of Vienna.
Water is scarce. food runs short. At El Arish, they unexpectedly find the town garrisoned by 3,000 Ottoman soldiers. The siege holds Napoleon up for 11 days, but it costs 400 casualties, both of which he can ill afford. The garrison's surrender is secured only with generous terms. They are disarmed, but allowed to leave after swearing an oath not to take up arms against the French for a year.
I feel like war really changed in a way that this will never happen nowadays. Like, right? There was like a bit more gentlemanry back then. Maybe I'm just really dumb here and wrong. But like, Russia will never let 3,000 Ukrainians leave, man. No, no, no.
Our commander lead us to museum.
The French army
Thank you,
continues
Alcazar.
into
Thank you for the subs,
Palestine.
boys.
Its fertile plains and fruit trees a relief after the desert. On the 24th of February, the French occupy Gaza, where they're delighted to find large stores of food and ammunition abandoned by the Ottomans.
What kind of Gaza drop can we make here?
Napoleon's next objective is the port.
Fucking dog with the 30. I promise on God at 3.1k I write the email on stream. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, dog, man. Crazy motherfuckers, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, man. Bibi Bonaparte. Thank you, boys. Thank you.
City of Jaffa, held
Thank
by
you, Rolf.
5,000
I have to actually fucking do this.
His field
And not be a
guns
bitch.
blast
Thank you,
away at
Vada.
its stone walls. A breach is made. But when Napoleon sends a messenger to
Saw the
invite
price and left?
surrender,
No. I
to
could do
spare
that.
both sides the horrors
Thanks
of
for
an
the
assault,
subs, lads. Really.
the Ottomans cut off his head.
Who?
and
Sorry,
decide
sorry,
that
one more
when
time.
Napoleon sends a messenger
Oh,
to
they kill a
invite
messenger?
surrender, to spare
Sure,
both
let the
sides
3,000
the
men go, huh?
horrors of an assault. The Ottomans cut off his head and display it from the city walls.
Man. Just do it. I will.
Enraged French soldiers storm the breach and overwhelm the defenders. Then they flood into the city, embarking on a killing spree.
Shouldn't have beheaded that guy,
lasts
bro.
24 hours.
Ay.
The sights were terrible.
I was about to say, that must have been a
French
crazy
witness.
sight, man.
The sound of shots.
Thank you, Pisscock,
the
man.
shrieks
Thank you, boys.
of women and fathers. Piles of bodies.
Thank you, AC.
The shouts of
Thank you,
victors
AC, man.
quarreling about loot.
Thank you.
The butchery is indiscriminate. Women and children are slaughtered alongside 2,000 Ottoman soldiers.
Look, I've never been in a war. I don't know what it's like to be in a blood frenzy. But I feel like the moment you start killing women and children, that's when you cross a very deep line. Oh, my kid is going to sleep. I have to go, guys. That's when you cross a very fucked up line, man. That's... God damn it, dude. I have to go in a sec.
The next day, order is gradually restored.
I could even make a deal with them to do it in the morning on a weekday when there's no humans. And I would be very alone. Thank you, Justin, man. Thank you, boys. I swear to God, from the bottom of my heart, man, this is, I owe you this. This is actually, I can't fuck you guys up on this. That will be actually gently fucked up, man. Thank you, Justin. Thank you.
But more
Thank you, boys.
horrors are to come.
Yay. They didn't have any mental health regulators, man. What am I supposed to do? Have I any provisions to feed them? Or boats to transport them to Egypt? What the devil can I do with them all? Maybe I can pay them for a private visit or something? That'd be
In
sick.
the aftermath of the sack of Jaffa, Napoleon finds himself with 3,000 Ottoman prisoners who have been promised their lives. But with his troops and supplies already stretched thin, he is reluctant to spare any to
Thank you,
guard
Templek.
or
Thank you, dude.
feed these unwanted captives.
Uh-oh.
Besides, some are from the garrison of El Arish and have broken their oath
Obviously
not
they
to
break
take
their
up
oath,
arms against the French. And they beheaded his messenger. After conferring with his officers, Napoleon gives the order to execute the prisoners.
And that's what I always mean, right? We're always glorifying this stuff and haha cool. And it is kind of cool, this war stuff, right? It's cool video games and stuff, but there's a very dark side to this. Thank you, Maka.
Over 3 days, the French lead the prisoners in batches
Damn,
to the
bro.
beach and slaughter them.
And with All the respect, we always act like we Europeans are so much above the Muslims and stuff, and you know what ICE is doing nowadays, but in our history, they also did this stuff, man. Humans always did this to each other. Doesn't matter if you're Jewish, Christian, or Muslim, whatever.
Some are shot. Some are simply driven into the sea. And by the third day, French troops are ordered to use bayonets to save their ammunition.
That can't be fucking healthy for your head, man. That can't be healthy, dude, to do something like this.
It is an atrocity that Napoleon will defend for the rest of his life. I had no choice, he insists, many years later. But the massacres provide easy propaganda for his enemies. While if the intention was to terrify his enemies, it seems only to have encouraged them to fight harder. As if by divine judgment, within days, hundreds of French soldiers fall sick.
Allahu Akbar.
Bubonic plague.
Allah is real. I tell you.
Napoleon shows considerable bravery, visiting the sick in hospital.
I mean, if you kill 3,000 people, there might be a lot of liquids and weird smells and bacteria around, huh?
An act later celebrated by his own propaganda machine. Napoleon now heads towards his main objective, Acre.
The Battle of Waterloo is in 15. Napoleon will have 16 more years of activity. How the fuck isn't he stressed, man? Or just fucking PTSD to oblivion?
Ancient port city, famed for its role in the Crusades, is now the seat of the local Ottoman governor.
Thanks for all the subs, you guys. I will jelly try this.
Known as the Butcher.
Kleine Paschas.
For 25 years, he has ruled Syria with an iron fist and is notorious for his imaginative tortures and executions.
Oh, fuck that guy.
He has ignored Napoleon's invitation to surrender. And what's more, unknown to Napoleon, 2 British ships of the line have arrived to support him.
Oh, the British are joining this guy.
Napoleon arrives at Mount Carmel, 12 miles south of Acre, just in time to see the British capture a coastal convoy carrying his vital siege guns.
Oh, shit.
Their loss
and still
is a
he
massive
survives
blow to his
and has 15 more years. That is so ridiculous.
Oops, for a quick siege.
What a crazy life.
On the 18th of March, the French arrive outside Acre's walls and start to dig in. Without their siege guns, the city's defenses are a major challenge. Acre bristles with 250 guns.
He literally once said, "What a novel my life has been."
Is surrounded on 3 sides by the sea, and on the other.
I sometimes truly believe, I really sometimes think about this, I'm not even kidding. The reason of life. There is a South Park episode that blew my mind away, right? There's the episode, if you remember, where it comes out. The big reveal is Planet Earth is actually a project by aliens for entertainment. Aliens created Earth and the human race because it's so fun to watch us. TV shows, movies, war, drama, retardation. And you might laugh all you want, but I think that's more likely than God existing. Dude, look at Planet Earth. How can Trump get this far? It all makes sense if we are an entertainment show. What if that's it? Why do we exist? Why can't we see aliens? Because they don't want to be seen. They're watching us. What if that's the solution to everything? What if we're just entertainment? Because the fucking data is great for this theory. Look at us. Right? Maybe they're watching right now. Like there's an alien watching. Trillions of people in the galaxy, they all watch us. And they did like a bubble around Earth so we can never see them, right? Fermi paradox. We must be entertaining as fuck.
Other by walls that are 8
Have you
feet
seen
thick.
Breaking Bad? Beep boop glop glop.
The British control the sea, ensuring easy resupply, and have landed Marines, naval gun crews.
What if the whole
and
planet
now
is a Truman Show?
Napoleon's own siege guns to bolster the defences. The British commander, Commodore Sir Sidney Smith, is energetic and full of ideas, while a French émigré, Antoine de Philippot, a former classmate of Napoleon's, provides expert
What's an émigré? Immigrant to Britain, I guess, huh?
siege advice. 10 days after their arrival, the French bombardment begins. Napoleon's field guns smash a small breach in the walls, but are then overwhelmed by counter-fire. 40 gunners are killed, and all but 3 guns disabled. Napoleon sends in his infantry with scaling
With ladders, bro. Fuck that, you're dead. Suicide commando.
Hidden moat breaks up their assault,
Hidden moat.
while defenders blast them with muskets and hurl down rocks.
You literally just
French
walk your death.
hurriedly fall back in disorder. Any man left behind is likely to be decapitated. The butcher has offered a reward for every French head he has brought. The French then repel an Ottoman sortie, inflicting heavy losses. The siege of...
I generally don't know the spoilers. How is Napoleon getting out of this? Is some fleet gonna save him? I swear to God, I don't know what's gonna happen next. I never informed myself about this in life. How the fuck does he get out of this? It's a TV show.
enters a stalemate. Napoleon will wait for heavier guns to arrive from
Don't spoil.
Alexandria before he risks another assault. But then, alarming news arrives to disrupt this plan. The Ottoman army gathering to the north, 40,000 strong.
Should have never
is on
left
the
France,
move.
bro.
Napoleon can spare just 4,000 men to face them. The odds seem insane, but Napoleon trusts in the training and experience of his troops, and particularly the quality of his officers. Unsure of the enemy's line of
Corner
advance,
camp the red line.
he divides his force. On the 8th of April, at Nazareth, Junot locates and scatters an enemy cavalry force 10 times his number.
Imagine you're a French soldier walking to the birthplace of Jesus, man. You must have some fucking... Whoa!
3 days later, Kleber defeats 5,000 at Caen, while Murat surprises another force north of Lake Galilee. On the 15th, General Kleber receives word that the main enemy force has swung round to the south and is...
And dude, I don't want to sound like a left-wing cuck, but why? Why all this? Just for glory, right? It's all this. It's for glory.
camped near Mount Hamure.
There's
8
nothing to
miles
achieve
from
here,
Mount
man.
Tabor. Seeking glory, Kleber advances with just his own division, intending to surprise the enemy at dawn.
For liberté, équité, fraternité.
But he misjudges the march. When the sun rises, he's exposed on open ground. His 1,500 men facing 35,000.
Thanks, Napoleon.
Kleber's division forms square, and under a scorching sun, holds the enemy at bay for 10 hours.
Now that will be a good movie, bro.
But they are running low on ammunition and desperate for reinforcements. Napoleon, meanwhile, is racing towards them with 2,500 men.
They just casually fight them 1 to 10 ratio, and it's like, okay.
He arrives just in time, attacking the Ottoman army from behind, taking them completely by surprise.
Wow. Skill versus spam.
Most of their forces are a peasant militia, and seized by panic, they flee in all directions.
Wow.
Kleber joins the attack.
They
The
actually
Ottoman
win that,
army
man. It's so kind of
disintegrates.
crazy, man. But technology and discipline, yeah.
At a cost of fewer than 300 casualties.
Yet all the French people in chat, everybody memes you for being white flag surrenderers. You always get judged. You always kind of get judged on your kind of last war, right? And everyone always, oh, the French are little pussies, ha ha ha.
Napoleon has destroyed the enemy relief force and secured control of Palestine. The fall of Acre must now surely follow. But at Acre, the situation is deteriorating for the French. Without control of the sea, they can do nothing to prevent supplies and reinforcements entering the city. While their own ammunition stocks are so low, men are sent to find spent cannonballs to fire back at the city. Most alarmingly, plague breaks out in the French camp, with around...
France is by extremely far the nation with the best military history in the entire world and the strongest and greatest to ever have existed. Isn't Alexander the Great the most successful of all, kinda? Coping, truth nuke, bro might just be French. Thank you, Albus. Look at his friend. Celeb Baguette. One of the strongest, I guess. I mean, Rome... I mean, most countries had their empires, right? If you're British in chat, you had the British Empire. If you're Dutch, you had the Dutch Empire. If you're German, you had... If you're French, you have this. If you're Italian, you have this. Spain had their empire. Everyone had something going on. Except the Swiss? Switzerland, yeah. Not Norway?
20 new cases every day. Then, suddenly, a chance to end the siege. On the 24th of April, the French explode a mine under one of Acre's towers, causing serious damage. Napoleon orders an immediate assault. Hundreds of grenadiers charge forward.
There was a quote of Napoleon that went like, 2 Mamluks were undoubtedly more than a match for 3 Frenchmen. 100 Mamluks were equal to 100 Frenchmen. 300 Frenchmen will beat 300 Mamluks, and 1,000 Frenchmen will defeat 10,000 Mamluks. Okay.
They come under torrential fire.
The guy did Helm's Deep?
Have to fall back.
He did Helm's Deep.
The clock is ticking for Napoleon. Surely it won't be long before the Ottoman army assembled at Rhodes makes its move. And he fears having to recross the Sinai Desert in high summer, when the heat will be lethal. Finally, on the 7th of May, Napoleon's replacement siege artillery arrives. Not wasting a moment, the French heavy guns open fire next morning. Large sections of the city's crumbling walls are brought down. French troops attack at multiple points.
It's like the Battle of Jerusalem, bro.
Some fight their way into the city.
Jesus.
But counterattacks by British Marines and Turkish troops...
Wow, British. So much death for what? What do you achieve? Oh, you took Acre. Okay, wow. Cool.
Throw them back. General Lannes is wounded in the neck and has to be dragged to safety, narrowly escaping the Pasha's head choppers.
It's all for YouTube video?
On the 10th of May,
It is kind of for that. It is for glory, yeah.
Napoleon calls on Kleber's grenadiers to make a final attempt on the city.
Oh, there might be a second round of pooping, man. Oh, sorry, guys.
Nothing could be more beautiful than Kleber on the day of battle, remarks Napoleon, as the general leads his division forward with unflinching courage. General Bon advances with his troops in support. He is mortally wounded in the fighting.
So much war
French
and
heroism
death.
and courage on display.
For what?
The firepower, ferocity, and skill of their enemy proves insurmountable.
British Marines are also
Napoleon, observing the attack from a forward battery, is knocked off his feet by a near miss. Finally,
the randomness of life, right? Imagine something would have hit him, right? It blows my mind. He's active 16 more years. He's gonna be active.
he accepts his
Crazy.
men have done
He never died
all
in any
that
of these
can be
battles.
asked. The attempt to take Acre has failed.
That must be demoralizing, dude. My destiny. Always the destiny. Like Hitler, it's always my destiny.
Acre is Napoleon's first major military defeat.
Inshallah,
The
Napoleon.
4-month campaign will cost him 4,500 casualties, more than a third of his army's fighting strength. Nevertheless, Napoleon has succeeded in his main objective, neutralizing the threat from Syria. On the 20th of May, his army begins the 300-mile march back to Egypt.
At this point, I'd be really mad at my leader there. I'd be like, what the fuck are we doing here, bro?
En route, at Jaffa, Napoleon orders that around 50 of his men, riddled with plague and unable to march, be put out of their suffering with an overdose of laudanum. They are mercy killings. The victims would have suffered worse at the hands of the enemy. But the decision is still controversial. The French retreat continues into the desert. The heat is overpowering, and water in short supply. Morale is at rock bottom.
Bah. Still, he makes it out of it. I actually don't know how he gets out of Egypt. I genuinely don't know.
25 days
I can't wait for the season
marching,
final.
The army reaches Cairo on the 14th of June. Their return is marked by triumphal parades and celebrations across the city, organized by Napoleon.
I'm starting to see little parallels to Hitler a bit here, or to other
that his campaign
crazy
be
dictators.
Seen as a stunning success in Cairo and in France. The men have just a few weeks to rest. On the 15th of July, news arrives that the long-awaited Ottoman invasion has begun at Abu Qir. There is no time to lose.
Imagine losing to
Napoleon
Turks.
must hit
I'm predicting he will beat them and steal their ships.
the enemy immediately, before he can break out into the Nile Delta. With most of the Cairo garrison, Murat's cavalry, and Kleber's division, 10,000 men in all, he races towards Abu Qir.
Always racing. Every day. Dude, imagine you're a French soldier, man. You're like, oh, 3 days of chill. We're marching! We have to race to a battle. Oh, okay. Okay, like the other 50 times we race to a battle. Look at my fucking feet,
The
bro.
experienced Ottoman commander, Said Mustafa Pasha, has 9,000 men entrenched in 2 defensive lines guarding the fortress of Abu Qir.
That looks
His plan
untakeable.
is to force the French to attack his strong defenses. Napoleon is thrilled to learn this. The enemy has nowhere to run. At dawn on the 25th of July, he orders an all-out attack. The first
Lately, this doesn't feel like much tactics anymore. It's just attack, go there, and try to kill them.
Ottoman defensive line had not been completed and is overrun in minutes.
Oh, come on.
French cavalry sweep around to cut off the Ottoman right flank.
Wow,
Hemmed in
these
against
pictures! I can't get over these pictures. Dude, I could just look at this for 5 minutes, man.
the sea, the defenders panic and flee into the water, hoping to reach the ships offshore.
Oh, shit.
Thousands drown.
How much detail
With
these pictures have.
D'Estaing's division advancing on the left, Lannes in the center, and Murat's cavalry on the right.
Something is like happening to me right now where we're watching all these Napoleon videos and I'm like, whoa, epic, whoa, cool. But now it changed a bit where I'm like, dude, why? All the senseless death, all this suffering for this one guy.
The
And his
French now
marshals.
advance against the second Ottoman line.
Fucking lip taught.
Anchored by several redoubts, it resists the first assault.
Now you have to run against that fucking wall,
But
dude.
when the French fall back, over-eager Turkish soldiers leave their entrenchments to pursue them. Murat seizes the moment and charges forward with his cavalry. The second line
They're probably
is over-
bored. Dude, in a weird way, I don't want to be arrogant, but maybe it's just that. Would you rather... Because here we go. This is a very fundamental question of a man's life. Imagine you're 20 again, right? You remember when you were 20, you were a bit fucking stupid. I was too. You could rather live on the farm of your dad your whole life and break your back, or you join the great emperor, the glorious Victor of Italy. He is gathering men to see the pyramids. I will fucking join him. I'd fucking join him. I'd be going.
Run. Murat pushes on to the Ottoman camp.
They had nothing to do, they had no video
despite
games.
a gunshot wound to the face, captures Mustafa Pasha at the point of
How
his
many died in your HOI4 campaigns and for what?
sword. By 1 p.m., the Turkish army has
Dude, he
ceased
just
to exist.
destroys them, and holy crap, dude.
Just 5,000 survivors remain, holed up in the fortress.
Ay.
They surrender 8 days later, on the 2nd of August.
And imagine you're the 4th son and you don't even get a share of the farm, yeah.
year to the day.
You don't have much else to do,
the
yeah.
destruction of Napoleon's fleet.
He's not even emperor yet? True. What a life, man. It's like a massive TV show. The name of Aboukir was fatal to all Frenchmen. The 25th of July has rendered it glorious.
The Battle of Aboukir is a great victory for Napoleon, and does much to repair his reputation after defeat at Acre. But
Crazy.
news now reaches him of developments in Europe. And for France, the news is
Bro
not
cannot
good.
just hang, dude. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we fucking go.
A new second coalition has been formed against France, led by Britain, Russia, and Austria. Their armies have won a series of battles against the French, reversing almost all Napoleon's gains in Italy, and now threaten the Republic with invasion. It is no time for France's best general to be far from home, unable to influence events. La Patrie is in danger. Napoleon's next move is not in doubt.
How the fuck do you get out of there, bro?
On the evening of the 23rd of August, Napoleon quietly boards a
Oh, he
frigate
just leaves
near
them all there?
Alexandria, with a small entourage, including Berthier, Marmont, Lannes, and Murat,
No way.
and sails for France.
He just goes alone? Damn.
To his army, he leaves only a short proclamation.
Aww.
The news from Europe had determined me to proceed to France. I leave the command of the army to General Kleber. The army shall hear from me forthwith. At present, I can say no more. It costs me much pain to quit troops to whom I am so strongly attached. General Kleber is not amused by his sudden promotion.
Fucking
He's
backstab.
deserted us with his britches full of merde, he declares. When we get back to Europe, we'll rub his face in it.
It's a fucking TV show. You could gently turn this into a massive TV show.
Kleber will never return to Europe.
Oh shit.
The following summer, he is stabbed to death in Cairo by a young Muslim radical. The remnants of the French army in Egypt surrender to the British in 1801, following defeat at the Battle of Alexandria. They are later repatriated by the British Navy under the terms of a peace treaty.
London 1801. I saw the way to achieve all my dreams. I would found a religion. I saw myself marching to Asia, mount an elephant, a turban on my head, and in my hand a new Quran that I would have composed to suit my own needs. Now it's going crazy. Now it's going a little bit, but he has 15 more years, bro. I mean, also Hitler was crazy in 33 and he had like 10 more years, bro. They're going crazy now, these people. If you survive all this shit, you probably start thinking you're chosen or some shit.
Napoleon's expedition
was on Helena,
to
not
Egypt
now.
was a costly failure
That was at the end of his life. Oh, okay.
for France. Its aims, which had always been vague and opportunistic,
Coming Homelander.
became
Oh, there's a second poop coming. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Normally, I don't have poop attacks anymore. Something must have gone very wrong today. Oh. Oh. I might be cooked today. I might be cooked. Is the Dude the Boys episode out? I could go upstairs and watch. 10-hour stream. Oh, I'm done fucking dying.
impossible.
Let's finish this at
following
least.
the destruction of the French fleet at
A lady
Aboukir.
from Leipzig is watching. Ooh. It's not
And
good though.
it has lived long in popular imagination, For every dashing act of heroism or romantic
Excuse to leave, I
legend,
swear, alhamdulillah. I streamed 10 hours, you piece of shit. Never enough for you, huh?
there was a moment of immense brutality and terrible suffering.
Yeah, that felt a bit... The Italy campaign was like, whoa, shit. But this shit is like, watch more, I'm not buying Disney Plus. I'm so done buying these fucking streamer services. But Tommy, yet you want us to sub to you. Well, I do good content, you know.
The expedition did have one positive legacy. Shortly before he left for France, Napoleon was invited to inspect a stone slab that his troops had pulled from the rubble
Just use
while
shove talk?
building a fort near the town of Rosetta.
Whoa, what happens now?
Dating to the 2nd century BC, the slab was inscribed with a royal decree. Uniquely, the same text appeared in Demotic,
I'm genuinely about to shit
ancient
myself.
Greek,
I'm genuinely
and
about to shit
Egyptian
myself.
hieroglyphs. The French had to hand it over to the British under the terms of their
Wow,
surrender,
cool. I have to gently
which
shit.
is why the Rosetta Stone now sits
My Rosetta is
in the
about to
British
explode,
Museum.
man. Wow, cool.
2 decades after its rediscovery, the stone proved the key to unlocking the lost language of Egyptian
Wow,
hieroglyphs
that's so cool.
and
The
revolutionizing
influence
the
of
study
Napoleon.
ancient Egypt. This and other discoveries by the French savants spawned an entirely new discipline: Egyptology.
Okay, that's sick.
the study of
Oh,
Egypt's
I'm about to. I can't
distant
literally shit
past
myself.
that
Good video. I have to
continued-
go. I have to call it, you guys. I ate something wrong. The Battle of the Pyramids. You guys ready?
Victory in Italy. Now, Egypt. Alexandria fell as I expected. I knew that Murad Bey would send his Mamluks to stop me before Cairo. And almost in the shadows of the pyramids, the battle has come. My men will conquer for me, just as Alexander's warriors did in ages past.
Isn't that the battle where we just annihilate them easily with square? Whoa! Wow!
July 21st, 1798. The Mamluk army is old-fashioned, but their cavalry is swift and deadly. Our cavalry reserves are limited. Our only hope of defeating the enemy is to adopt square formations and hope to survive the coming charge.
Why do I feel like it's
The
gonna be
villages of Mbabe and Bektil will be key to success. Mbabe, to the east, is held by Mamluk artillery and overlooks our flank. I must take this quickly to prevent serious losses.
Just shoot the pyramid?
The Ottoman army consists of a large number of Mamluk. Square formations will be key to our success on the battlefield.
I feel like this is gonna be very easy.
Using the French army's superior weaponry, technology, and training to their fullest extent will be the best way to secure my victory.
So on the left he is a little bitch, but then he has this mass calf charge. Could I make a square and then put something inside? We don't really have much, huh? Explosive shell. And I can't move it anymore? Oh, that's weird. So this artillery is just cooked. That's not good. I can't move the square. That's a bit annoying. I actually lost my charge. I lost my charge? How? How do I defend my artillery like this? I just lost my charge. I just lost the unit instantly. Okay. I feel like this is gonna be easy. I feel like I could generally go AFK right now and I would actually still win. What does barrage even mean? Barrage means they reload faster or? What is... Oh, I'm getting... Dude, they're killing me. That's... I'm kind of losing. This is what I meant, man. These squares don't even feel that strong. I'm about to lose my entire flank here. Dude, I'm not doing well. I fully lost my right flank. Uh-oh. Trying to make that center blow apart. Man, they just murdered my ass here, dude. I think these guys should actually not be in a square. Unsquare this fast. Fast, fast, fast. Napoleon, go help them. Oh, these historical battles aren't that hard. They never had any pikes. Why did they lose so easily? We done? Thank you. It looks okay. Good. Easy, easy, easy. Shooting your cap from the back. Sometimes things happen, dude. Probably could use barrage again, just to be faster shooting. It's just reload timer in the end. Oh, he has a calf. He has artillery here. I should go for that. They're getting killed. I probably can do this now. I feel like these historical battles are quite fucking easy. It takes a lot to lose this shit. What? I didn't see these pikes. What the fuck, these pikes, bro? Okay, let's finish this. In the end, very, very easy fight, man. Each flag used to look so much cooler. With all the gold shit and stuff. They just can't reach me, man. They cannot reach me. My cannons are too insane. Terrible enemies is just historically accurate. Look at, they're just standing there. Like, why? Kill the leader and let the boys finish this. Okay, finish that, come on. Naval battles are ultra stressful. You're kind of scaring me a bit. Okay, GG.
The
Wow.
glories and